Well, good evening from Whalley Range, Manchester, at the Manchester Basketball Centre. It's the final home game for the Manchester Magic, and the second game this weekend for them after a doubleheader. They played Westminster Warriors last night, who came out with the win. And sadly, it means relegation for the Magic. A bit of a strange game, really, because with the Magic already down, and the Derby Trailblazers in third, not much more can happen for them at the top of the table. So, no real consequences for tonight's game other than pride at stake. I'm sure the Magic are going to want to go out on a high. I'm joined as always by the incredible Kazzy B. Hi Kaz, how are you doing? My apologies for my tardiness again, but I was watching the BBL final, which we've just watched together on my phone.
That was some ending.
Yeah, with point something of a second left on the shot. Sloan jacks up the 3-pointer. Caledonia take the trophy in the BBL up in Glasgow. Congratulations to them.
There's going to be some very happy Caledonian fans up there.
There are. My colleague on the Below the Rim podcast, Grant Young, will I'm sure be dancing around the Glasgow arena in his kilt as we speak. Loving life. His team have come out victorious. Kaz is looking at me with much shock in her eyes. But here we are. So we're about to get the...
Should we have a look at the starting fives?
Yeah, why not? Just getting a bit carried away with knowing how happy Grant Young will be that Glasgow have won today, Caledonia. So let's take a look at the starting fives tonight for the Magic. In fact, we'll start with the Derby Trailblazers first. Number 3, Brian Rougeman. Number 4, Charlie Brown. Number 6, Jace Harrison. Number 7, Raheem May Thompson. Number 12, Jonas Dietrich. And the Magic are heading to the floor now. Coach Pete Paraskiv is going to go with Bailey Goodall, Ben Brown, Andre Gale, Saul May, and Kafel Ullet Wall.
Now, I like this lineup, ads, but what I want to see Greg Wild shoot 3 threes in a row, make them, and go on an 11-point streak himself. I want to see more of that. We saw that last night. I want to see it again.
Well, I mean, Greg at the end of the game went crazy. How many did he have? 5 threes in the final quarter or something yesterday?
Yeah.
So
finished with 18 points.
Yeah.
In 14 minutes.
Big game for Greg Wild. Something we've talked about all season, Kaz, is we know that the Magic, full of firepower, full of 3-point shooters.
They are. I mean, you've got, looking down the bench, we've got Matt Goodwin, we've got Joe Buchanan, Greg Wild. Young guys that like to shoot the 3.
And then on the floor, of course, we know that Andre Gale's capable of lining it up from beyond the arc, as is this guy, Ben Brown. Backs down, turns, fades. Opening bucket for Ben Brown.
And we speak about Ben a lot, don't we? This is oh wow, this is probably going to be his
last
last
game.
game.
I just thought the same thing. This is his last senior home game for the Magic before he heads over to the NCAA.
And, it's very exciting for him. Really good to see as well. Players coming through the academy. I feel like we've been watching Ben Brown for years, but it's going to be very weird to see a Magic team without Ben Brown.
Well, you say that, but we have been watching him for years. I mean, he's been around a long time. We've watched him come through the youth ranks here. And here he is in D1. Sorry, I thought I was seeing things then because a man with a dog's just walked in front of us. The commentary booth today gets crazier and crazier. Ben Brown, quick down the floor, hands off to Bailey Goodall. Looks like Derby got a hand on it. Ingus Bankovic signals Well, it's going to be a Derby ball. So Derby bring the ball down, closely guarded by Cathell. So May with the three, doesn't go. Bailey Goodall collects it, kicks back out to Ben Brown. Hands off to Dre. Dre for three. Doesn't go. Bailey Goodall collects it. Cathell resets. 10 on the shot clock. Ben Brown goes baseline, turns, shoots. Doesn't go. Good defense from Derby there. Bring the ball back down the floor. Moving the ball around the top of the three-point line. Ball goes inside. A nice little jump shot there from Jonas Beatrice. Cathell, all at wall. Back down the floor. Ben Brown close to the mark. Oh, nice pass inside for Saul May. There's the fadeaway from Ben Brown. Doesn't go though. It's blocked.
May Thompson definitely got a hand on that one.
Yeah, he did. Kick out from Derby. Doesn't go. Saul May collects it. Saul May, another guy we've watched for a number of years, Kaz.
Yeah, definitely. It's good to see him as well.
Yeah.
Finding his feet in the D1.
Yeah. Spent last season out in the States. Andre Gale gives it off to Saul May. He went up for the shot.
Just lost, don't miss.
It's going to be a free throw for Derby.
So 2-2 from the line for Derby there. Ties the game at 4.
Foul at wall. Another solid season for Cathell. Tries to tuck the ball inside to Bailey Goodall. I mean, you talk about the effort that some of these guys have put in for Manchester this year. And Bailey Goodall just hasn't stopped all year, Kaz. I mean, we're such huge Bailey Goodall fans, and the nuisance once again.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I love watching him play on defense. We say it, don't we? He's one of these players who's not going to have, a 15, 20-point game.
No.
And he might not have loads of rebounds, but he does that work on defense that it's just invaluable to the team. He'll just hustle after every ball, get his hands in passing lanes, just knock the ball away. And like you said, just be an absolute pest on
Absolutely.
defense. What's been your favourite Bailey Goodall highlight this season, Adam?
Oh, without doubt, joining the huddle against who was it against?
Solent.
Against Solent and Kai Walker and the guys looking up to see Bailey Goodall joining their huddle and adamant that he was sticking around. I think that's got to be my favourite. Anyway, back on the floor. Derby, nice handoff. So May nearly managed to get the strip, but no. All at war comes up with the rebound. Goes inside, Cathell. Ooh, blocked out there by Raheem Thompson, got a piece of that. Down the other end, comes up with the bucket. Of course, Raheem Thompson, a super experienced player. We've seen him in the BBL many times.
That's what we see in this league as well, don't we? So,
well, that's it. When you're looking through the roster, you'll look down and go, oh, yeah, of course. Very experienced player, Raheem. First three of the night for Ben Brown.
Ben Brown's off to a good start here in the first.
Raheem under the basket with 3 Magic players all over him. Draws enough contact and he's going to go to the line to shoot 2. Substitution coming in. Eric Donaldson comes onto the floor. Charlie Brown will take a breather for Derby. First one's good for Raheem. This is the second. So 7-10. The favourite Derby ball goes out there. I think it was last half Derby. Yep, it's going to be a Magic sideline ball. Ben Brown inbounds to Andre Gale. Dre thought about the three, gives it inside to Bailey Goodall. Back to Andre, steps back. Dre for three, doesn't go. Rebound collected by Donaldson.
And that was a good look from Dre. We know he likes that corner three as well, and we've seen him hit some big threes throughout this season.
Yeah, out there in those wings, that's where Dre tends to like to take his threes from. Ben Brown blocked out there by Raheem Thompson. I'm sort of wondering, Ben Brown, is he going to want to put on one last show for the home crowd here in Manchester?
Yeah, I'm sure that's in the back of his mind.
Yeah, he's got still plenty of season left at under 18s level, but meanwhile, back on the floor, Bailey Goodall has it. Andre swings it across to Saul May. Derby player got a piece of it. Substitution coming in for Derby. I'm not sure. I think that's going to be a Magic ball. Yeah, referee Fitzwallace. Goes to our left. It's going to be a Magic inbound. Andre Gale. It's the ball inside to Ben Brown, spots up. Well, he had to make the shot straight away, and he didn't go. Derby coming quickly down the floor in transition.
And again, it was still a good look for the Magic as well. They've had that a lot this season. They've been unfortunate in the fact that sometimes the ball just isn't dropping. It hasn't gone their way a lot of the time. But they've been able to move the ball and get some good looks.
Well, I mean, we talked about yesterday, talent certainly hasn't been the problem for the Magic this year. You know, very, very deep bench once again for Pete Paraskevin. As I look over now, and you know, Tyrell Brown's checking into the game. It's just been a difficult season with injuries, and D1, let's face it, it's getting a tougher and tougher league now.
It is, definitely.
There's BBL standard players on quite a few rosters throughout the league. As Ben Brown puts down another three.
Well, that gives him 8 in the game.
12-10 Derby. Harrison went inside. Let's go back out. Donaldson looking for an option. Derby reset. 6 left on the shot clock. Raheem goes inside, hangs. Round the buzzer, doesn't go, but Derby come up with their own rebound. Still doesn't go down. Andre comes up with it.
And that's something the Magic have struggled a little bit with this season, getting boxed out on the boards.
Yeah.
Derby, get a look, it's a good look, shot doesn't drop, but then you need to be able to get the rebound, and then
don't
give them second chance points.
When you look at it, probably the 2 tallest guys on the Magic's roster this year are out on the floor right now in Andre at sort of 6'5", 6'6", and Saul May. So quite an undersized team. They haven't had that big sort of 6'10" presence.
Yeah, that Dan Pilkinson.
Yeah, a Dan Pilkinson, a Rich Bell indeed. Ben Brown for 3, doesn't go. Derby come up with it. Jake Wilmot being patient. Thought about the 3, gives it off to Raheem. Nice pass into the high post, but doesn't go. Terrell Brown. Harassing Morgan Carter under the basket. .2:30 left in the first quarter. 10-12 in the favour of Derby. Andre kicks it out. Ben Brown thought about the 3, but goes inside. Kicks it back out to Terrell. Gives it off to Andre, who spots up for 3. First one of the night for Andre Gale. Love to see Andre have a big game here tonight, Kaz.
Yeah, I mean, We see him have big games a lot, don't we? But it's always good to finish the season at home with a big game, put on a bit of a show for the fans that we got out here.
Yeah, exactly. Nothing but love for Andre Gale and what he's done all year long, and for many, many years here at the Magic.
I'm going to do this throughout the game today, Adam. What's been your favourite Dre moment of the season so far?
Well, I mean, for me, Andre moments, he's provided so many. I mean, he's come up with a couple of huge performances, scoring big, but
8 threes.
I think probably the 8 threes. I mean, nothing makes me happier than when Andre Gale gets hot from outside and his shots fall. And he's one of the purest shooters you'll see when he's on his game. There's nothing you can do with him. But then again, if he gets on one of those breakaways down the floor, something good's going to happen. So, I'd never shy away from saying Andre, obviously one of my favourite Manchester ballers. And I really hope he comes back to do it all again next year.
And he'll be representing the Magic as well in the Rebound All-Star game in May.
Yeah, so fully deserved his selection to the All-Star game from Andre. Ben Brown puts up another 3, doesn't go this time. Derby come up with it, quick down the floor in transition. Raheem Thompson in off the glass, doesn't go. And on a final note with Andre as well, we know that he played a big part of the season with that hand injury too. And he told us in a couple of interviews that he's kind of been in his own head a little bit a few times, sort of favouring that thumb, but still putting on some shooting displays.
Yeah, like you wouldn't have been able to tell at some points in the season, would you? But that just shows, what kind of player he is. He's going to play through that. He's going to keep going. It's difficult when it's your thumb on your shooting hand.
Yeah.
But he's credit to him. He's been absolutely huge through the season. Leads the Magic in scoring and rebounds. He's been phenomenal this season.
Raheem Thompson makes the shot. Point game, 16-15 Derby. Raheem takes a breather. At the end of the first, Joe Buchanan's on the floor for the Magic. Ty pulls up. Doesn't go. Ball back with the Trailblazers. Up for 3, doesn't go. Gale with the rebound, feeds it off to Tyrell Brown. Shot clock and game clock look to be the same. Tyrell's probably going to want to take it all the way down before he makes the move. 10 on the shot clock, here we go. Ben Brown for 3. Doesn't go. And there's possibly something underneath the basket there. Ingus Bankovic looking towards Joe Buchanan. The foul's called. Number 7, offensive foul. Joe Buchanan's called for pushing. So with 4.5 left in the first. Now there's one thing, Kaz, that the Magic have struggled a little bit with is foul trouble early on. So if we look across to the board there, there's already 5 fouls on the Magic side of the board and just 1 over on Derby's.
Yeah, and that has been something that's got them into difficulty.
Yeah.
And again, we saw yesterday Ben Brown fouling out early in the fourth. He picked up 3 quick fouls in the first half. So yeah, that has been something that they've struggled with. Hopefully, you can just pick up bits and learn on that.
Yeah, hopefully everyone will stay on the floor all night. 2 seconds on the clock. Tyrell Brown puts it to the float, bounces out, hits the glass, and they'll do it at the end of the first quarter. 18-15. Derby Trailblazers. Looks like we've got a ball game on our hands, Kaz.
Yeah, definitely. So Ben Brown leading the way for the Magic with 10 points, hitting a couple of threes, adding in a rebound as well. Andre Gale's got 3 points, but 5 rebounds. And for Derby, Raheem Thompson, 10 points, 2 rebounds. And Jonas Dietervik with 4 points and 3 rebounds as well.
Yep. Second quarter action coming right up. We'll be back in just a minute or 2. So back on the floor. Derby inbound. Three from the wing doesn't go. And it will be a Derby inbound from the baseline. Ryan Brueggemann inbounds. Shot doesn't drop for Eric Donaldson.
Look, I feel like we see that on these rims a lot. He just spins around, pops in, just then bounces it out again.
Bailey Goodall, hands off. Joe Buchanan goes inside. We've seen what this guy can do. Nice little shot there from Joe. And for me, Kaz, Joe Buchanan's had one of the highlights of the season with that performance that he had a few months ago.
In his first game as well.
Was it his first game back?
It was his first game, yeah. Played a bit of the season in London, back to Manchester. And yeah, just absolutely went off. 16 points in his debut.
Certainly great having him back. Bailey Goodall manages to get it to Ty Brown, sets the screen. Ty goes inside, in off the glass, nice bucket. Ty Brown has worked hard all year long. He was so pivotal last year. Another great season for him.
He was, and the Magic having retained, you know, a good amount of players from that core last year.
Yeah. It was nice to see a couple of ex-Magic players here last night. Dan Pilkinson was here, and of course Farrell Gordon as well. I mean, you can't help but wonder if Farrell had been here again this year. What could have been? I mean, Farrell obviously had that huge season last year for the Magic, and I chatted to him for a little bit, and you know, he personally had a good season over in Ireland. Season's over early.
And that's, you know, as much as you want to see him on the Magic, that's it's really great for him though to get the opportunity to go play over in Ireland.
Of course. I mean, Farrell's still got a lot of basketball left in him. BBL quality player. Andre for three. Drops. That's the shot that we're talking about.
Takes straight to 6.
Oh, nice move inside there. Ryan Brueggemann with the extended arm there, George Gervin style. Ben Brown thought about the three, but goes inside, kicks it out. Joe Buchanan. Shot didn't go this time. Donaldson brings the ball down. Tough move from Donaldson off the glass, doesn't go. Tyrell Brown stops at the three-point line out on that wing. Buchanan goes inside. Whistle goes. Referee Wallace calls in for a travel. Substitution for Derby. Back on the floor, Jace Harrison, and also Raheem May Thompson is back on the floor.
Both teams really evenly matched here early in the second, Adams. Both on 16 rebounds. 10 points in the paint for the Magic and 8 for Derby, and that's something that the Magic really struggled with yesterday against Westminster.
For sure. Bailey Goodall comes up with the rebound. Kicks it out, Joe Buchanan. Pulls up, Bailey goes to the baseline. Bailey Goodall tried to kick it out to Andre, but Derby come up with it. Once again, quick down the floor in transition. Donaldson doesn't go, but Raheem Thompson came up with the rebound, kicks it out.
Oh, what a save.
7 on the shot clock. Donaldson tries to find an option right on the buzzer. Shot drops. Elliot Lawrence gets his first bucket of the night. Tyrell Brown.
Back at a tie game.
Yeah. 22 apiece, 6:30 left in the half. Big block out there from Derby. Raheem! This is the stuff. Well, the Derby bench was on its feet. Raheem in full motion there.
And that looks like it's going to be foul number 2 on Bailey Goodall. So
Bailey goes to the bench for a breather.
Yeah, with 6 minutes to go in the second, that's not really what you want to.
Yeah, I mean Bailey for all the hustle that he does, manages to stay on the floor every game. Bailey, one of those guys who knows how to work his fouls. Andre also takes a breather, so on the floor for the first time tonight. Greg Wild last night, he was on fire.
Yep, 11-0 run himself.
Yeah.
No, I don't think it was 11-0 run, it was an 11-point run himself.
Yeah.
That would have been even more impressive.
It's been great having Greg Wild back in Magic uniform. Of course, he suffered an injury which kept him out for a good couple of months. So good to see him back to full fitness. 6 minutes to go in the half, 22-23. In favour of Derby. Greg Wild gets his first touch of the ball. Buchanan showing the moves. Joe Buchanan kicks it out. Saul May kicks it back out. Oh, nice pass. Greg Wild. There's some nice passing from the Magic there. Ben Brown just had to put the shot up off the backboard. Ben Brown with one hand. Well, there's a lot of his teammates over in the stands there. How did he even do that? Well, it's times like that when we wish we could give you an action replay. That was an incredible shot from Ben Brown. And I think we're going to be seeing that all over Instagram tomorrow, Kaz.
Absolutely. Chucked up a prayer and it was answered.
Greg Wild.
I don't think Ben expected that to go in.
Dartmouth College, are you watching? Huge shot from Ben Brown there. And next to me right now, Kaz is reaching for a phone. I think she's going to be looking through the action replay to get another look at that. So 25 apiece, 5 minutes to go in the first half. Derby ball at the top with Charlie Brown. Inside to Raheem. He goes to the basket, stripped.
And Dan Pilkington in the comments, Ben Brown is ridiculous. Yes, he is.
Well, Pilko, give us the thumbs up as if it was as incredible as we thought it was. So, back on the floor. Raheem Thompson's at the line to shoot 2. First one bobbles out.
Dan sent around 57 thumbs up.
We managed to see the replay yet?
Yeah, we've got it. It was ridiculous. We'll get that clip for you at halftime and get it out.
Definitely a play of the weekend contender there. Joe Buchanan, Greg Wild goes baseline. What's he going to do? He's going to kick it out. Ty Brown goes inside, kicks back out. Joe Buchanan up for 3. Doesn't go. So May came flying in for the rebound. Greg Wild gets it back. Nice mid-range shot from Greg Wild. Derby back with it. Rugerman. Oh, nice bucket. Well, 27 apiece. It's a tight game. Maybe today's game's going to throw up a few highlights of the season, Kaz. Ben Brown again goes baseline. Hands it off to Greg Wild. He goes inside, showing the moves. Wild doesn't go.
It could do, Adam, as well. And there's something to be said about essentially playing with a lack of pressure today.
Well,
this game for the Magic
you know
is
what?
about pride. It's
no pressure for either team. So maybe now they've eased into it, we're going to see some highlight reel stuff. 27 apiece, just under 3.5 left in the half. Raheem backs down, gets the shot off. Tyrell carries the ball down the floor for the Magic. Greg Wild, there's that fake, he steps inside off his right hand, in off the glass from Greg Wild off his weaker hand. Nice move from him.
All around today.
Yeah. Brugeman managed to get the shot off. Count it. Couple of substitutions coming back in as Joe Buchanan hits. Is that his first 3 of the night?
Yep, it is.
Brugman for Derby.
And I'm going to say it's not going to be his last.
No. For 3. Doesn't go. Saul May pulls it down. Buchanan skips down the floor, goes inside. What's he going to do? May Thompson got a piece of it. And the foul is called on him. There's a timeout called by Derby. Well, Kaz, I don't know about you, I'm still coming down off that shot.
Dan says, check your WhatsApp for the replay.
Appreciate you, Dan
Kai.
Pilkinson. Let's take a look at this.
Ben is one crazy player as well. Watching it back as well, it looks like a hook shot. Sort of a right-handed hook.
Wow. It's somewhere between, it kind of flicks the shot. It's somewhere between.
Yeah, and
I've never seen anything like that before.
Now, this is audio. It's a shame that people at home can't see this again, but as Adam's watching it, it's a right-handed kind of...
He kind of flicks the ball. I mean, we're gonna have to slow that. We're gonna have to put that into slow motion, Cass, because that's incredible. We're gonna try and get that up online as soon as possible, because I have a feeling that is going to be a play that we see all week. Keep an eye on your socials. We're going to get that uploaded as soon as we possibly can. We have 2:37 left in the half, 32-31 in favour of the Magic's point game. Derby back on the floor.
And we got Ben Brown leading with 13 points, leading the Magic, leading all scorers as well. Raheem May Thompson with 12 for Derby.
Great performance for Ben. As we keep saying, his last performance at home for D1. His dad Will, of course, is one of the coaches on the bench. His mum Annette is in the building, as his younger brother Nate. And his extended family, in the name of all his teammates, are up there in the stands, as they've been all year in that little hype zone. Buchanan makes both. Gives the Magic a 3-point lead. I want to say that's probably the biggest lead that they've had all game. This game's been back and forth.
It's been a close
the
one.
First half. May Thompson's off to Donaldson. Donaldson gets it back. Back inside to Raheem. Double team. 3 goes up, 3 goes down. Tied ball game. Greg Wild gives it in to Bailey Goodall. Hands off. Joe Buchanan for 3. Doesn't go. Donaldson comes up with it for Derby. Straight down the floor. Brown. May Thompson. Backing Greg Wild down. Sorry, Joe Buchanan. Those two look so similar out there on the floor, Kaz. They've even got the same hairstyle now. Wild for 3. Doesn't go. Derby come up with it. Blazers slow things down. Ball goes inside to May Thompson. 3 coming in. Goes this time. Jace Harrison with the 3. Back down the floor. Greg Wild goes to the right behind his back. Buchanan for 3. Doesn't go. May Thompson comes up with the rebound. Nice pass behind the back from him. Harrison, the 3 didn't go. Buchanan comes up with it. We're under a minute in the half. 37-34, Derby. 15 on the shot clock. Ben Brown slows things right down. Gets some time off the shot clock. He springs into action. Andre for 3. Goes. There's around 10 seconds difference between shot clock and game clock. May Thompson was looking for it inside. Donaldson, beautiful pass inside from him. Layup doesn't go. Ben Brown comes down with it. Shot clock's off. 10 seconds left in the half. Scoop shot from Greg Wild. He wanted the foul as well. Nice move from Greg Wild. 3 seconds to go. Shot doesn't go. Rebound doesn't go. Well, exciting first half, Kaz. It's a 2-point game. The referees are still talking to the table.
They just called
there was a foul. Referee Fitzwallace signals 2 shots for Derby, and I think they're going to put some time back on the clock by the looks of it as well. And that's the 3rd foul for Bailey Goodall, I think it was. Yeah, Bailey picks up his 3rd. He's deep in conversation with Ingus Bankovic. He knows that he's now in foul trouble. I mean, there was a lot of bodies flying around under the paint then. So they've put 0.3 seconds back on the shot onto the clock. A big conversation going on between the referees and the table right now. And then the buzzer goes.
And again.
I think there might be a problem resetting the clock to where they want it to be. It's okay, so they've put 0.2 seconds left. And there's going to be 2 shots for Derby. Charlie Brown will be taking those shots. Bailey Goodall comes to the bench. As we say, that puts him on 3 fouls for the game, so
that's unfortunate for the Magic as well, because you then think Bailey's probably going to have to sit.
Yeah, for a lot of the third, yeah. It looks like this is going to be a tight game. Brown can tie things up right on half-time. Doesn't go. It's a point game for the Magic going into the half, 39-38. Really entertaining first half there, Kaz. Seeing some great basketball from both teams.
Absolutely, yeah. Ben Brown on fire for the Magic as well. And probably a lot closer game than people may have expected. And from what we've seen from the Magic, they've struggled a little bit against the higher placed teams. And like we say, playing without pressure, really.
Yeah. You can almost see Pete Paraskiva and his coaches kind of going, no, haven't we done this all year?
Yeah.
Smiles of, I want to say a little bit of relief. It's been a difficult season for Pete. But once again, he has had a lot thrown at him in terms of injuries and whatnot. But yeah, entertaining first half. We're going to take a breather. We're going to go and watch Ben Brown's shot over and over again. Kaz, is it online yet?
Yeah, it is.
Where? We're not sure. We're hoping that if you go on Twitter and Instagram, you're going to see it fairly soon. It's well worth watching. It was an incredible shot. And we're going to be right back with you in around 10 minutes' time. We do hope you join us.
Ben, BBL Fix has got the clip. Check out BBL Fix.
BBL Fix.
BBL
Clip
Fix.
is up there. Go check it out on your socials and we'll see you in a few minutes. Welcome back to M13 Manchester, to the Manchester Basketball Centre. Second half action coming up between the Manchester Magic and the Derby Trailblazers. Really entertaining first half, 39-38. It's a point game. And Saul May goes for the lay-in, doesn't go. Down court straight away for Derby. Ben Brown comes up with it. Nice hustle from Ben Brown. Kefel, all at wall, kicks it out to Andre. Kefel gets it right back. Goes inside. Kefel hangs in off the glass. Pretty bucket from Kefel, all at wall to get things underway.
And forgot my microphone. And how many times have we seen Kefel do that this season? Just hangs in the air, and he makes the most difficult layups look easy.
Certainly does. If you want to talk about plays of the year, Kaz, I think Kefel's probably got a couple on there for his some of these unbelievable layups that he does going into traffic. The reverse layup that he did, I forget who it was against.
I was going to say, that's the one that sticks in my mind. I can just picture him hanging under the basket, going the reverse. I think people jumped up, came down, he was still hanging there.
I mean, Kefel's hang time is something else. Bailey Goodall has to get the three up. A little surprised to see Bailey on the floor this early. He's going to have to behave himself, shall we say. Only one way to describe Bailey Goodall. Obviously, his nickname will forever be the Pest, the Nuisance. He loves it.
We've got his supporters, the Pest Control.
Pest Control is out on force tonight because Bailey Goodall on 3 fouls, so he's going to have to watch himself. Ben Brown skips inside. Nice handoff. Kefel went for a reverse, doesn't go. Derby come up with it. Brugman gets it back, kicks it out to Raheem, who goes inside one-on-one against Bailey Goodall. I think that Bailey knew that he's got to back off a little bit and not play the hard defence he would normally have played there.
Yeah, and Derby know that they can take advantage of that.
Exactly. Ben Brown for 3 doesn't go. And of course, Derby, after speaking of BBL Cup finals, Derby had that great run there, and I think they made it to the semi-final, didn't they? And
yeah, they did. Yes.
Yeah. So a good season for them. I mean, it's always great in the final when you have a team from lower down like we did a couple of years ago.
And that's what I enjoy about the trophy as well, the fact that they invite teams from Division 1.
Yeah.
The WBBL haven't done it in their trophy as well this season.
Yeah. Andre Gale sinks another 3.
It's just something that gives opportunity to lower league teams to get eyes on them,
Exactly.
show off the talent that we've got in this country.
Yeah. I mean, we've talked about it all year. There's several teams out there in the National League that would be more than good enough to be playing in the BBL. Obviously, it's a huge financial commitment that some of them haven't wanted to take. But seeing BBL players around the National League just shows what a good league it actually is. As Derby come up with it. Brugman without at the wing. 3-pointer comes in from Brown, doesn't go. Petrich is working hard there. Derby stretch out to a 5-point lead. 49-44. 6 minutes left in the third. Saul May back on the floor. Andre from way downtown goes. Andre's feeling it. That's 5 for Andre. See if he's going to break his own record of 8 this season. You know what, Kaz? For Andre and for the fans that have come out to watch him all year, I'd love him to beat that 8 for the season.
I mean, he's a shooter, and he can hit. We've got 5-6 minutes left in the third quarter. Still got a lot of basketball to go. If he's getting some good looks, go for it, Dre.
Dre, for me, it's one of those crazy things where you still think of Dre as sort of being that young guy at the Giants and such a veteran now here at the Magic. He's been around for a long time.
It's weird to see, isn't it?
Yeah. And he's one of those guys that you hope's going to be around forever.
Definitely, I'm sure he's got a lot of basketball left in him. He's played a lot,
no
but
doubt.
still got a lot left.
No doubt. Ben Brown showing the moves inside. Oh, hook shot doesn't go. Derby come up with it. Brugman kicked it out to Jace Harrison, who sinks the three.
And that's the biggest lead of the game so
that's
far.
the biggest lead so far. Derby have stretched it out 54-47. Magic are going to want to try and get a quick shot off here, get back into it. Ben fakes, thinks about it again. There's a travel called. Well, Ingus Bankovic had a perfect view of it.
If you're the Magic here, you just need to, not panic. You've gone down 7.
Yeah, just slow down. Catch your breath. From way downtown, doesn't go, off the glass. Nice little hook shot there, doesn't go again. So May comes up with the rebound. Caffell quickly down the floor. Caffell puts into that extra gear that he's got. So May into traffic. And that's one of the things I love about Caffell at Wolves game, is that he's quick down the floor, but then he's got like that extra gear. It's like hitting the NOS button in a high-performance car, and he just goes into that extra burst of energy. Such an incredible athlete. Well, he stands around 5'6", 5'7", Caffell, but wow, can he get up there?
Caffell as well, having played through some injuries as well this season, broken nose, had his Caffell mask on.
Absolutely. Right in front of us, Eric Donaldson is about to check back in. Nice ball movement from Derby, gets it inside, easy bucket. Carter, a little shot in off the glass, 56-47. Derby stretching that lead out a little bit. Caffell goes inside, spins, hands off to Ben Brown, who goes in, kicks it out, So May. Ben Brown gets it at the wing, bobbles out, Derby come up with it. Brugman skips down the court for Derby. Nice move from Raheem under the basket. He's going to go to the line to shoot new, and checking into the ball game for Derby is Eric Donaldson. Now here's what we're going to do, Kaz. You sometimes find these crazy links in the British game, so let's try and get this right. So, Eric Donaldson, son of a BBL legend by the name of Dip Donaldson.
Yep.
I certainly remember him from when I was a kid. That's his son. And also, an interesting fact that I'm going to think about just in case I get it wrong, because I'm being watched by somebody in my right side who, if I get it wrong, will hit me around the head. So back on the floor, Bailey Goodall goes to work, gives it off to Joe Buchanan. Ty Brown's back on the floor. Buchanan for three, goes.
That takes Joe Buchanan to 10 points, 4 rebounds.
Good night for him. Raheem working hard inside, shot doesn't go. Bailey Goodall comes up with it. Ty Brown through the middle, and off the glass doesn't go. Derby come up with it. So, part two of my incredible basketball trivia is that Dip Donaldson and another BBL legend by the name of Clive Allen went to the same university.
Okay, yeah.
Nazarene University.
Yeah.
But that's the information, Kath.
Oh, that's good information. Yeah. I like it.
You know me, a fountain of BBL knowledge.
Were they friends?
They're clearly teammates.
Very close friends.
Yeah.
Good friend.
Yeah, good friends.
Oh, it's nice.
And then the final piece of this puzzle is, of course, is that Clive Allen's daughter, Dominique Allen, who's here tonight, a legend of the Manchester Mystics in GB women's basketball, the former Olympian,
Commonwealth silver medalist.
Commonwealth silver medalist, an all-around great human being.
I think you missed the link. I think you missed explaining the link.
Oh, that's right, the daughter of Clive Allen. You can tell it's late in the season.
So Ben Brown at the line for 2. Hits the first.
When you think about these sort of family trees around the British game, do you know, there's all sorts of crazy links. You're never far away from some sort of crazy link. And I've just been informed that Dick Donaldson is the godfather of Dominique Allen. Hey, I can come out with them all day, Kaz, don't worry.
So to summarise.
Basically. Sure, if you pull up YouTube, there's going to be comments all the way down going, what is this guy talking about? He's delirious. It's been a long season.
Hey, so I had it up yesterday. This is my 43rd game this season.
43 games for Kaz Bullock this year. Still plenty to go. In fact, we're going to be at Bellevue on Wednesday, Kaz.
We are for the Academy Finals. That's going to be a really good day of exciting youth basketball.
That's going to be on the Basketball England YouTube channel.
Yes, from 12 o'clock. We've got 3 games.
Yep.
CBL, WEABL and the EABL. So make sure to tune into those.
And then, of course, we'll be bringing all the action for Final Fours and also Aspire as well. So like and subscribe to the Basketball England YouTube channel, where Kaz will be attempting to break the record for the most commentary jobs in a season. But seriously, Kaz, what you do for the British game, especially the women's game, with the D2 Mystics, GB women, these games, the game is a better place having you here. And I say that with all seriousness, even though we're getting a little giddy at the end of the season.
I really appreciate that, Adam. Thank you.
What you've done for the game is unbelievable. I know the players really appreciate it too. Donaldson tried to hand off to
and that's what we want to do as well. We talk about this. We want to highlight the players. We want to show off the talent that we've got in the leagues, and some of the D2 women aren't always seen. So
yeah, I mean, all kidding aside, I feel sometimes that the North gets a little bit overlooked for the talent that we've got up here, and we obviously try to bring that to the forefront of people's minds.
We've got some great content creators out there. Recently we've got Loki Hoops,
yeah.
Made in Manny as well, getting some good clips.
Yeah, Made in Manny, I've just discovered. Do we know who does that?
We do, and I keep missing him because he's filming and I'm talking.
Right, okay.
I saw him earlier, so I'm trying to catch
he is
him.
Here.
There he is.
Oh, okay.
Chair,
I see him.
We'll try to catch him afterwards.
Yeah. So thank you to all the content creators that have been to Manchester this year, or are from Manchester, that come down and work so hard. Feels like there's 1,000,001 thanks that we need to be doing at the end of the season, Kaz, but there really is some great people around this game.
Oh, absolutely, and they wouldn't be on without them.
For sure.
Wouldn't be able to do everything that's part of it. There's so many volunteers and fans that come and support the teams as well. I know it means a lot to the players, especially when they've got crowds out there.
Table officials, volunteers, referees. We'd be lost without you guys.
Camera people stood on a chair.
Camera people, it's all these things that you don't see when you're watching the stream. It's difficult, but thank you to everybody who's helped us out this year. Andre Gale. Goes in hard against Donaldson, who ends up on the floor. I think Andre's been called for a charging foul.
Yeah,
Fouls on him.
A little bit unfortunate as he sort of looked like he slipped, and it was the momentum that took him into the charge.
And frustratingly for the Magic, that's Andre's 4th foul of the night, so right on the end of the quarter as well, so he's going to take a seat.
So we got a comment from Any Given Monkey. Dip was an absolute beast.
He certainly was. Certainly was.
Good D from the
Good
Magic.
defense from the Magic there. There's 8 seconds left in the third. Ben Brown gives it off to Buchanan for 3. Doesn't go, and it bounces over the top of the backboard, and it's a 6-point ball game with 2.4 left in the third in favour of Derby. Shot comes in from Donaldson but doesn't go. So 58-52. It's been a really good game.
It has. Leading the way, all scorers, is Raheem May Thompson, 18 points and 8 rebounds. Looking at a double-double there. And Jace Harrison adding in 17 and 3 for the Trailblazers. But for the Magic, 15 points from Andre Gale, hitting 5 threes. He's got 8 rebounds as well.
So all Dre's points are from behind the arc.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's good maths, lads.
Yep.
And 15 points from Ben Brown and 2 assists.
Well, Andre needing just 3 to tie his own personal record for the season of 8 made 3-pointers.
You just wonder, with him being on 4 fouls, does Coach Pete Paraskiva choose to rest him for a little bit, or do you just put him in?
Well,
put him in and
do you
play?
know what? At this point in the season, there's 2 things you could do. You either put him in and just say, Dre, just go out and do it for yourself and do it for the Magic, or do you know, hold off because you want to see Andre on the floor as the final buzzer goes.
I say put him on. Oh yeah, actually.
Yeah. You never like to see a guy foul out.
Put him on. Put him on. Dre's
You're saying put him
a
on?
sensible player. He's a vet player.
Yeah. But with that, Andre obviously plays as hard as he plays, whether he's on 1 foul or 4 fouls. So, and with 3 super experienced referees like we have today, still great to see the legend that is Fitz Wallace out there refereeing the guru.
How many games do you think he's refed? I bet
Do you know what?
A lot.
I bet if you asked him, he wouldn't have a clue, but probably into the thousands. I mean, God, his Mossad Tropics fell just short this week against Myers Co. in the Mabel Cup final. But yeah, incredible 50 years since Fitz co-founded the Tropics. Still very much the heart and soul of the club.
So Blazers with the ball to start off the quarter. And that puts the lead back up to 8. So Magic need to cut into this early on. As Ty Brown drives to the basket, can't get the layup to fall. That three's no good for Derby. Brown again with the rebound, bringing it up for the Magic.
Ty Brown gives it off to Bailey Goodall. And hands off to Ben Brown. Had a bit of time to put up the 3. Ben Brown hits another one. How many's that, Kaz? That's 4 for Ben Brown.
Takes him to 18 points.
There's a triple substitution coming in for Derby. Andre Gale has sat down. I'd imagine that Pete will bring him on with maybe 5 or 6 minutes to go, but Greg Weil back on the floor. He had that incredible 4th quarter personally last night, where he came on, has had 3 successive 3-pointers within about a minute. Greg going to work again. Bailey He's done really well to stay on 3 fouls. Oh, nice pass inside from Buchanan. Didn't connect with Bailey Goodall though. Derby back down the floor. Oh, reverse layup doesn't go. There's a tussle on the floor. Donaldson, Brown, and of course Bailey Goodall in the thick of it. And that's going to be a magic ball by the looks of it.
Yeah, great hustle from Bailey Goodall.
And 4 substitutions for Derby. 62-54, complete change around there from Derby. Only Jace Harrison remains on the floor. So, Ben Brown, his final quarter as a senior Magic player at home.
Oh, don't say it like that.
Oh no, it's
that's very final.
It's sad.
But I'm sure we've got lots and lots of big things to come from Ben.
Hey, we're going to be hearing about this man for many, many years because of moves like that. Found a way inside and off the glass. Huge career ahead for Ben Brown, I'm sure.
That's 19 for Ben.
I want to say to Dartmouth University, personally, you got a fine young man coming out to you. We know he's going to be super successful out there, and we can't wait to see him suit up next year in the NCAA. Greg Wild, Brown, Buchanan, Tyrell, doesn't go. Nice passing from Derby, 3 comes in. Aldrich hits it. And that lead creeping out just slightly. It's an 11-point game with 7 minutes to go. Tyrell Brown gives it off to Joe Buchanan inside. Bailey Goodall. Wild wanted it out top, swings it out to Ty Brown. Tried to get it inside to Bailey Goodall. I think Greg Wild wanted it back and he was in position to put up a 3. Joe Buchanan and Ben Brown will take a breather. Back on the floor, Cafell at Wall, and Andre returns. Shot from Haheem doesn't go. Magic come up with it. Andre Gale tussling away under the basket there. Elliot Lawrence, fellow at War. Goes left, goes right, kicks it out. Andre thought about the 3. Nice footwork from Dre. Right on the buzzer there, shot doesn't go. Derby come up with it. Quick down the floor.
Oh, that was a great handoff.
Beautiful handoff there from Harrison to Raheem May Thompson with a tough layup, and he's going to go to the line to shoot one. First foul of the evening for Tyrell Brown. He makes the shot. Timeout called. I think Pete Paraskiva's just wanting to pull his guys in and say, look guys, we were hanging with these guys all the way through. We're now 14 down. Just under 6 minutes to go. I wonder which route he's going to take. He's going to want to keep some shooters out there, Kaz. I think that's going to be the way back into it. If they can get a couple of quick threes.
Yeah, we saw it late on yesterday, didn't we? Joe Buchanan, Greg Wild put in.
Well, I wonder if Greg's going to come out and try and do what he did yesterday, because he hit those 3 threes within about a minute.
Probably around this time as well in the game.
It was, yeah. And he had that really good sequence there.
And the 3 has been falling for the Magic today, hitting 10 so far.
What are they as a percentage from behind the arc?
So 37%.
Okay.
To Derby's 26.
Yeah.
And obviously it's been Andre Gale and Ben Brown that have had the hot hand, but Joe Buchanan joining in on that as well. And you look at the score, 14 points down. Like, you don't have to shoot threes to get back into this.
No.
But you do need to make some quick baskets. So you don't have to go for the 3.
Yeah.
But you don't want to get yourself into a position where you do have to.
Yeah. Bailey Goodall is ready. He's the first back out on the floor. So, Ty Brown gets it back from Greg Weil. Bailey Goodall. Greg Weil goes inside, kicks it out. He's looking for Cafello at wall, but it was intercepted by Lawrence. Derby off the ball. Brugman. Harrison handed it off to Raheem. Shot doesn't go. Ty Brown. Nice pass to Cafello at wall. Cafel thought about going inside. Came back out to Tyrell. Greg Weil. Nice fake. Oh, well, you said it, Kaz. Greg Weil seems to like this point of the game.
It's Greg time.
And that was a classic Greg Weil move there, that little fake, the shimmy.
Oh, that little side step
The
as
little
well.
side step, that's the Greg Weil signature move.
And he's just tapped the rebound there into the hands of Ty Brown.
11-point game. Bailey Goodall does just enough to put Brugman off the shot there. Andre for three, doesn't take it. Gets it inside. Bailey Goodall in off the glass. 9-point game, 70-61.
And that's some good momentum from the Magic. You want to keep that up. You want to get a stop. You want to take it to
Yeah.
play-by-play.
See what that Magic defense can do. Managing to keep Derby out. Bailey Goodall goes in there, and that'll be his fourth. But at this point in the game, 4:25, that's about the time that you can afford to be maybe giving up that fourth foul. Morgan Carter's going to check in the ball game. Raheem May Thompson takes a seat. Great game for him tonight. Ball inbounded by Derby. Shot coming up. No, Andre Gale got a hand on it. It's going to be a Derby ball. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Ball's on the floor, 3 points coming in. Pressure shot there. Jonas Dietrich did well to get that one off. 73-61, 4 minutes just to go. Shot came in from, was that Andre?
That was his sixth.
6 for Andre. And there's a foul on the floor. It's going to be on Cafel. Magic not yet in the penalty. That's the third team foul for the Magic. But again, I mean, if you look up at the scoreboard, Kaz, Magic have got it look like a Christmas tree, and there's only 4 total on the Trailblazers.
Yeah, and this has been something they've struggled with throughout the season.
Yeah. Oh, ball stripped away. That's a big shot there from Jonas Dietrich. 76-64, Cafel. Ty Brown puts up the three, goes. Ty says, hey, don't forget about me, I can shoot from back here too. 67-76, 3:23 left to go. Derby, nice basket.
And every time the Magic try and answer, just get a bit closer, Derby just pull away.
Jace Harrison with the answer there. Andre looking for some help, gets it. Bailey Goodall. Terrell for three. Doesn't go this time. Derby come up with it. 3 minutes to go. Lawrence gives it off. Harrison working hard again. Shot doesn't go. Looks like it might have been last off a Magic player. Ben Brown checks back into the ball game. Bailey Goodall takes a breather. Bailey still has a foul to give. I wonder if Pete's just going to hang on for a couple of minutes, should he need him in the last few seconds of this one. Shot comes in from Dartrich. We have a 13-point game with 2:30 left in the game. There's a whistle, and the foul is going to be called on Brugesman. Greg Wild will inbound. Ty Brown. Hands off to Ben Brown. Wild. Well, I saw Greg Wild eye up the basket then. We know he can shoot from that kind of range. Ball stripped away by Derby. Brugesman, that could be a dagger, Kaz.
It could well be. It's going to take Derby to 83. Oh, I think they put the score on the wrong side.
Yeah, I think they have. I was going to say, am I going crazy?
I think it's 3-0. Yeah, so it should be 8-6 for the Trailblazers.
Ben Brown goes inside. Nice move from Ben Brown. And I think that everyone's noticed that the shot clock needs, the scoreboard needs an adjustment there. Because the points were added onto Manchester rather than Derby. So I'm thinking that that should put Manchester on what? 69, Kaz?
Yeah, 69 for Manchester, 80.
80 for Derby.
83 for Derby.
83 for Derby. There we go. Referee Wallace oversees that. He's happy for the game to continue. Another three-pointer for Derby. This time Morgan Carter makes it count. We're into a minute and a half of this one left. Andre for three. Doesn't go. Harrison taking some time off the clock. 14, 13, 12 on the shot clock for Derby. Put back from Charlie Brown. Greg Wild fakes, goes a bit further in. Shot bobbles out for Greg Wild.
You almost feel like that could be the story of the season for Manchester.
And Derby running the clock down a bit. Ben Brown intercepts it. He's one-on-one. Easy lay-in for Ben there.
That takes him to 23 points in his last home game.
Big performance from Ben Brown.
And he's leading the scoring for the Magic. Andre Gale has 18, 8 rebounds, hitting 6 threes. And for Derby, a huge performance. Raheem Thompson, 25 points, 8 rebounds.
Donaldson. Nice passing movement from Derby. Donaldson gets it back. Carter seems to split the defense there. He had an easy access to the basket. Well, with 4 seconds left on the shot clock, it's a foul called. And it's called on Ben Brown, which sends Charlie Brown to the line to shoot 2. Second doesn't go. Andre comes up with the rebound. All I want to see now is Andre put up a three-pointer. But no, they're going to just let the clock go. 89-71. Greg Wild bounces the ball and puts up one last three. Doesn't mean anything though, and that'll do it. So 89 Derby, 71 Magic. Wasn't to be for the Magic in their last home game of the season. We've seen some incredible highlights tonight, but a disappointing end to the season for the Magic.
A really good, strong first half though as well.
Yeah.
Pleased how they started. Had a bit of a dip in the second half as well, and Derby just stepping it up in that fourth quarter.
Yeah.
And there's a reason Derby are third in the table as well, and doing this without some of their key players as well.
Congratulations to the Derby, great game for Raheem May-Thompson. Well, we want to thank you for joining us tonight and all season long. It's been a pleasure bringing these games. It's a shame that Magic couldn't finish on a W, but they will be back.
They will. One last away game against Essex next weekend.
Yeah.
And after that, it'll be Division 2 for them.
Yeah. And we've seen what they can do there, so let's hope they can do it again. But Pete Paraskiva and his team, it's been a long season, but we salute you, we thank you. And as always, we will be back here next season bringing you the Magic games. So thank you from me.
Thanks from
Kaz. And we'll see you next season.